The verdict that we're seeing and even the reaction is Sean Cusack, attorney at law. Thanks for joining us tonight.
My pleasure.
Let's talk with the main difference people are hearing about. We thought this was a first-degree murder trial. We end up with second-degree murder. What's the key difference between the two?
Right. So first-degree murder is a crime in and of itself, where second-degree murder comes in when the defense, in this case, raises a defense or a mitigating factor, such as self-defense. When that happens, it's kind of like calling it murder with a justification, and then the jury has to determine whether or not that justification the defense is raising is reasonable or not. And so when they determine it unreasonable, you have second-degree murder.
All right. And the family and even some of the leaders made it very clear in the rally afterwards that they did not like the jury's decision. Is there any step for them to take to appeal this, or is this as it stands?
It would be up to the state's attorney.
Okay.
It's not, unfortunately, the victims don't have much of a say at this point. But yeah, it would be up to them to file an appeal and try to reverse the verdict.
Let's talk about the timing when you heard that the jury got the case about 11:30 a.m. yesterday. Verdict is in at 2:30 today. What does that timing tell you?
It was an old wives' tale amongst trial attorneys that the longer the jury is out, the better it is for the defendant. The shorter the jury's out, the worse it is for the defendant.
So you weren't surprised to see a second-degree murder conviction then?
It was, yeah. Obviously, you know that they're taking a good look at some factors that need to be considered outside of first-degree murder. So mainly his unreasonable belief that it was self-defense.
Okay, and a lot of people are looking at a sentence for this. This could range anywhere from 4 to 20 years. What do you think he could potentially get in this case?
It's really tough to speculate. What happens in a sentencing hearing is you're not really bound by the normal rules of evidence. So a lot of mitigating and aggravating factors are talked about. A lot of people take the stand, a lot of letters are submitted, and you really dig into the defendant's past and the victim's past or future or lack thereof to try to determine the appropriate sentence. It's a very difficult job for a judge to do.
When you see a range, though, of 4 to 20 years, you were saying jail time or prison time is not a guarantee in this case.
It's not. This is second-degree murder is probationable. It's very rare, but it does happen. Also, he's been in jail for a year, so that will count as well.
Something interesting about this case is that the jury could not hear them make arguments about some of the prior issues that Sean Grayson has maybe had. Do you think that could have changed the way they came to their verdict?
It's very hard to tell. It very well could have. What's really hard to do is to figure out, as a litigator, to try to get all of the fluff out of the way and really focus in on what the important issue is, and that they do in the pretrial stuff.
Yeah, and some of that would be that he was discharged from the military. He had prior run-ins with law enforcement and also some of the previous police agencies that he worked for.
But now when we look ahead to sentencing, too, there are other mitigating factors, including his health.
Exactly. Yeah, I guess I've heard, but I'm not 100% sure that he's got colon cancer or something.
Yes,
like
I believe it has been confirmed that he does have stage 3 colon cancer, and he has had that for a while.
That will definitely play into, an aggravation or mitigation factor.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us, and we will have this interview, if you missed it, on our website as well, if you'd like.